It is that time of the week again. It's a Tuesday night-ish p.m. That means it's time for Dan and Tony Sports. My name is Dan Snyder, joined tonight by Tony Casper and Dan Beebe. Joining us in just a little bit. But gentlemen, how are you guys doing tonight?
Well,
that's
good, and also a tad pissed the way the NFL games went this past weekend, but we'll get to that.
Yeah, we'll be talking all about that. But off with some breaking news. I don't know if you guys saw, but they finally announced who's going to be heading to Cooperstown this summer. Ever a player was unanimously voted in to the Major League Baseball, the Pro Baseball Hall of Fame. It's not Major League Baseball, it's Pro Baseball. And that would be Mariano Rivera.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I didn't think that this would be coming for quite a while because sports writers have some kind of beef with acknowledging greatness. I thought if we were going to see a unanimous Hall of Famer, it wouldn't be till Trout or maybe even a little later with Vlad Guerrero Jr. because I think we can all tell he's going to be fucking crazy, right?
he's going to be good. I mean, I didn't think it was going to be Mariano.
I thought it would be Ken Griffey.
It should have been Ken Griffey.
It should have been.
Let's be real, because he's the closest one before this at 99.3.
Three people.
One guy didn't fucking vote for him.
No, I don't think Ken's a Hall of Famer.
And then I actually thought we would see it soon, but I didn't think it was going to be Mariano. I thought that somebody was going to come up with an excuse. Well, it's a closer, blah, 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 blah.
One guy did, and he said that he cannot vote for a closer because it's such a specialized position, so he just abstained from voting completely.
Okay, well, that being said, I thought we would have possibly seen it with Derek Jeter. Because Jeter is up in 2020.
Yeah, he is.
So he would have been my guess. It wouldn't have been Mariano Rivera. But obviously some people have clearly come to their senses to realize that, greatness is greatness. You should appreciate it. I mean, Rivera is the saves leader of all time. So, I mean, what was going to be your justifiable argument?
That he only pitches one inning is the argument that, and he's only situational. But my argument for why that doesn't matter is, well, then you get a guy like, just give me any pitcher that's in the Hall of Fame.
Ty Cobb.
Okay, so they pitch what, once every 5 days?
I mean, yeah. There's a valid argument with that. I mean, it's, I don't know. I feel like closers, there's a lot more pressure on it because, again, closers have to come in to get a save. The game, I believe, has to be within a certain number of runs, like
4.
3.
Yeah, I thought it was 4.
Again, it's got to be within a certain number of runs, and they have to come in a situation that if they don't succeed, they've completely blown the game. Like, nobody blames, relievers until later on. They're like, that reliever blew the game. It's not but closers, it's literally on you at all times. Like, you are either going to get this right or you're the fall guy if anything happens. So it is a much more stressful position than I think just a regular reliever is concerned.
And he made it look effortless. When growing up in the 90s, watching baseball with my dad, me as an A's fan, him as a Yankees fan, I knew as soon as you heard Enter Sandman, that's it. The game is done.
That was pretty much the end of the game. For years, everybody knew Enter Sandman. And you knew who was coming and you knew what was going to happen.
It's like when the Patriots won a coin toss. But we'll get to that later.
Yeah.
Yeah, well.
Oh, man. So, we started with the breaking news. So now we're going to revert back to our normal routine of kicking off the show with pigskin poetry. A pigskin poem, I guess.
Yep.
Well. Now we're down to 2. The Los Angeles Rams, and try to guess who. The fucking Patriots. Who else would it be? That young gun Pat Mahomes? Nah, fucking Tom Brady. For the 9th time in his career, he's playing for it all. That's almost half his career. We're still waiting for him to fall. It doesn't seem like it will come, no matter how hard we pray. He'll be playing in the Super Bowl when he's old and gray. They say Father Time is undefeated, but I don't think that's true. I just don't see a scenario when he's not in red, white, and blue. He will probably play forever and outlive the NFL, while the rest of the AFC East lives in perpetual hell.
Mm-hmm.
He might outlive the NFL with the way things are going.
Maybe. I don't know. The NFL seems like it's too strong to die, but this man seems like he won't quit.
Oh, man.
I kind of hope Belichick retires and then he becomes dog shit. He just becomes shit.
But you know
Worst
what?
Season ever, most interceptions, lowest total passing yards, lowest QBR.
He's got to build an excuse. Well, he's old. It's time for him to retire.
Yeah, lucky enough he had this excuse. There was no excuse when you sucked at Michigan, bro.
Hey, he didn't suck at Michigan. He
wasn't
shared
good.
quarterback duties.
Okay. Yeah. Greatest quarterback ever.
Sharing
sharing duties with Chad Henne. Okay.
Oh,
sure.
man.
Sure. Yeah, it's all Brady's greatness. That's what it is.
Oh, man.
How could I be so dumb?
Well, you are an Ohio State fan, so it's understandable.
Oh.
Better than sharing quarterback duties with Chad Henne.
In all fairness, though, Chad Henne was legit at Michigan.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's cute.
Now, he was like Tim Tebow. And now where's Tim Tebow? Oh, he's on his way to Canton. You think we might see a day where Tim Tebow's in the Baseball Hall of Fame?
No.
No?
It wouldn't be Canton. It would be Cooperstown. Canton's for
Oh,
football.
damn it. You're right.
He's definitely not going to be there.
You're right.
First off, let's be real
Yeah.
here. He's not getting into any of them.
No. College Football Hall of Fame, absolutely. He's one of the most important quarterbacks in the history of college football.
Yeah, College Football Hall of Fame, yes, sure. Fine.
You're okay with that?
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
Oh, man. Guys, where do we start with this week in football?
By restarting it.
Restarting it?
Yeah. Do it over again.
Do over! Well, if a lawyer in Lafayette has anything to say about that, they will. So let's just dive right in, because there is a ton of shit going on that mind is blown. First and foremost, did you guys watch that NFC Conference Championship game?
Yes.
All right. Let's oh, what am I doing? What am I doing? How can we get into this? Tony,
Oh, yes.
Mr. Winner. We are presenting
Beautiful.
Tony with his brand new Saquon Barkley jersey.
Lovely.
That's what he gets for winning the Dan D'Antoni Sports NFL fantasy football.
Hell yeah. Thank you, gentlemen, and thank you for all your trying.
You are welcome.
You'll have another shot at it next year.
No, we won't.
No. we won't.
No, we won't.
Well, you can try.
We can try.
You can try.
You know what? If you try and you take $1 to the store and buy a lottery ticket, you have the same odds of winning the lottery as every other schmuck.
Well, I guess that's true. I feel like that's more of the damn woman who grabs the balls out of there. Somebody rigging the machine.
We're not going to talk about rigging the machine because it's going to lead us into the NFL. Actually,
Good segue.
yeah. The weekend started off with the NFC Championship game on Sunday, and outside of the controversy, it was a great game, right?
Absolutely.
I think both of the games were great games. The result of the game and the reason why the results happen leaves a real sour taste in my mouth.
Okay, and we'll talk about that. NFC Championship game, it was really good. The Rams went back to New Orleans for a revenge match against the Saints in the previous Week 9 matchup. Undefeated Rams suffered their first loss, 45-35, at the hands of future Hall of Fame quarterback Drew Brees. Now, I typically don't believe in the revenge game because if you go in thinking, I'm going to get revenge, you're going to try to do things that normally you wouldn't game plan, and then just crazy stuff happens, it spirals out of control, and then you lose. Mm-hmm. So, I don't believe in the win for revenge factor because usually it just throws you off. Just execute your game plan. That's all you need to do. Anyways, this time, revenge was achieved, but this game did not end without controversy. Late in the game, the referees missed what was it? I think we can all. It was an obvious defensive pass interference, right?
I mean, it can't not be. It might have been the most obvious and largest blown call of all time.
Possibly.
I mean, I had trouble trying to think of refs blowing games before, and I can't think of anything as blatantly obvious as that call.
There are some big ones that we'll get into in a little bit. Des caught it. But anyways.
I mean, that's true, but that's a judgment call in split seconds. There's no judgment to be made here. The ball is in the air. It is not even at him by the time he's getting hit. And a tip excuse? Where?
I didn't see a tip.
That's because it's not there.
There were 3 referees that, in the photo that I saw, had a look, and only one of them could I say, all right, the angle might have been weird to where they couldn't have made a call that would make it pass interference or not. So the dude in the middle of the field, the referee, the referee, him not making call, understandable. But there were 2 other referees in the area, and I want to see going down the sideline what the view was going down the sideline, because how did you not see that it was clearly pass interference? At least if you're not going to call pass interference, it was helmet to helmet. Mm-hmm. All right. I don't understand, how these calls get missed time and time again. And like I said, we'll get into some other really bad calls throughout history.
Unless they want to wash out that Jared Goff face mask.
Maybe. But that's trying to give makeup calls is stupid. It's bullshit. If you see something, say something. That's what we should be teaching these referees.
I mean, if it's on video, on a video loop and it's obvious, they should right then and there throw the flag. I mean, what more proof do you need?
Yeah, how is this something that's not reviewable? Like, I just don't
understand.
What
other penalties do you review?
Yeah, but this is something that should be reviewable.
I mean, it wasn't even called a pass. It wasn't even called a penalty.
I get that, but what's the point of all of this to make sure that the refs aren't making mistakes if they're blatantly going to make mistakes?
I don't know. I'm the one.
This is something that there should be somebody in the booth. You know how they have the people that go look at it from New York or whatever? Mm-hmm. How is it that we don't have a system where they can be like, hang on, I'm throwing a flag from here?
We'll get into ways to fix the system. That's the only thing that I could think of.
I mean, it's one of the only things that makes sense, because there's got to be another person that's got to see that. I don't and the refs with the nerve to tell Sean Payton to be like, no, you get out of here. Are you kidding me? You get out of here. Fast, because you're going to die if you stay here.
And they got threats, and they were moved from one
of course. To another. Good.
Anyways.
I don't think that anybody's life should be threatened, but certainly you should be fired. On national television with a ton of people watching, some just because they can't go anywhere, and you blow that?
Right.
It's not even like you tried to make up a rule for the sake of Tom Brady. You just blatantly chose not to call something.
Yeah, it's definitely a head scratcher.
It's a nice way of putting it.
Yeah. That sound can mean only one thing. We are welcoming in Dan O'Shea. Dan O'Shea